Hello and good afternoon. I hope everything had food. Actually, I tried to have food, but Daejeon is so changed. I could not find a better place, but I'm okay. So, my name is Dhiraj. I work at KIST. So many of you know like KIST is in Seoul. So I work there as a faculty, and my topic is like this is really interesting because I belong to a very small village in India, and my journey started from there, and now today I'm here landed in Daejeon again. So that's what I call it as my journey from small village of India to KIST. So yeah, so during the presentation, or if you guys want to be in touch with me, my email ID is over there. Feel free to contact me anytime later. Okay, so I'm going to briefly introduce myself and what motivated me to be here in Korea for such a long time. And yeah, I know like we have people from 35 different countries and maybe more than 50 different fields, right? So I'm not going to spend more time on to my research, but though there are a few slides. If you guys feel interested, do contact me. And finally, it's the important thing why you guys are here, like remarks to young minds. Okay, so after my graduation in India in 2007, so I went on to one government institute in India called NCL as an intern, and in 2010 I moved to Korea. I joined KIST as a graduate student, finished my PhD in 2014, and then I moved to KIST. And up to 2018 I was postdoc at KIST, and from August 2018 I joined KIST as a faculty. So some of the achievements, so I got gold medal from KIST, Department of Chemistry, for best thesis, and I was among the first batch of KRA postdoctoral fellowship. So you might know like now the name has changed to Brain Pool. You guys may need that later. And like I am associate editor to one journal called Main Group Chemistry and Publications and Patents. Okay, so what motivates me to stay in Korea? To be frank, in 2010, I did not know KIST is such a big place. After landing here, after 1 month, I realized, oh, this is like very big place. And I slowly started to build up myself. But in 2014, when I got this gold medal from KIST, I was so into Korea that time. And I decided, okay, let's give a shot here. And in 2015, when NRF launched this fellowship, like KRF fellowship, I was among the top 3 participants who applied for that one, and there were like interviews in newspapers, and someone asked me like, will you be here in Korea? I did not know the answer. And I directly said, yes, I want to be in Korea. That time I did not know like I will get job in Korea. But that was the story, and like these things made Korea as my second home. So, okay, so I will just go briefly about my research topic, which some of you may know. If you don't know, just bear with me for next 5 minutes. So, I am into fluorescent dyes. So this is like, these are the chemical compounds which illuminate upon light. So I started my thing in 2010, and still I'm working on that one. Just the, like, applications have changed from fluorescent sensors to photoaffinity labeling, protein labeling, etc. So there are like so many advantages of this field. I will skip this part because it will be like boring for few of you. But there are certain things which you need to look while doing research. Your research should not be only to publish a paper, okay? Publishing paper is not the research. You need to think about real application. You need to think about simplicity of your research. If it is simple, people will come to you and they want to have your technology transferred to their company. because it is very simple, okay? So if you look at this structure, actually, basically this is called imaging. We make compound, and some biology people check those compounds into cells. You know, like cell is the basic thing of our body, but there are many things inside cell, like mitochondria, lysosome, lipid droplets, etc. So our target was to have our own library of compounds for each organelle. And during our research, like there is one company in Incheon called BioX. They found our research very interesting, and we could successfully transfer our technology to them. As I mentioned, it was very simple to make. That's why our technology got transferred. And this is one of our breakthroughs. So we developed a simple probe which could image infection using H1N1, or we call in simple language, it is called swine flu or etc. Because this research was published before COVID era. That time this was important issue. But after COVID, this issue was kind of nullified. We all know like how bad COVID was. But this was like one of our story published in some newspapers, TV channels, etc. So that's why I told you like simplicity, diversity, and synthesis should be like very easy. So that's why I told you guys to focus on these things. So this is one of our next compound, same for mitochondria. As I told you, like if your research theme is simple, people will attract to you, okay? So this is our next compound, which is also in market now with BioX. So all this happened because of the simplicity. And next one, there are many things, like biology is very complicated. As a chemist, I don't know nothing. But there are few things which you can't target. So for that case, we use an approach, we call it as diversity-oriented approach, wherein what we do is like we use simple chemistry to make number of compounds. A library could be 50, 100, 200, 500, etc. And we screen those compounds randomly. If you see, this is like very simple and basic undergraduate chemistry. There is nothing complicated here. But we use and we kind of make like 48 compounds. And interestingly, you guys know like we have like so many steroids in our body. And steroid structure is very similar. So as a scientist, you can't target that selectively. So we use diversity-based approach, and what we found was like progesterone, which is like very important steroid or hormone, and we could successfully we found like 2 of our compounds, they selectively detect progesterone. So these were like some of the things about sensing, but after certain time, I move on to some other thing, we call it as labeling. So labeling is like, we have like numerous proteins in our body. We have so many amino acids. So targeting those is very challenging. So this is one approach. This is very simple approach. This one we call as electrophile delivery, wherein aldehyde is electrophile, which is kind of masked with this group. And upon UV light, aldehyde released and it forms a ring with an amino acid called cysteine. So we use this compound for like cysteine labeling or protein which contains cysteine. So this is like one sort of chemistry, but okay, so that's it. So that's what I wanted to talk about my research. But after COVID, I guess everyone's life got changed. So do us. As a scientist, our lives have also changed. Our theme of research got changed. And in Korea, like aging is kind of big issue these days. So currently I'm working on to cancer product development, aging, and this is also very important aspect, like carriers. Like we know, like we all got vaccine shots, 2, 3. So those are like mRNA or sRNA, so I'm kind of developing the carriers for those. I mean like selectively deliver those things or those vaccines onto the site, etc. So that is kind of complicated, but the thing which I wanted to show or I wanted to say is we need to change. Change is like permanent. We need to change according to time. We need to change according to the current environmental conditions. So that's it. So, okay. So this is very important why we all are here, UST students. So how to get a job in Korea? So that is very, very important point. And all the things which I'm going to talk in next 10 minutes, those are my experiences. If those matches with you, please do follow. And after 2 months, if you feel like, okay, those things are working, send me an email, okay? I will reply you guys, okay? So let's start. Korean language. I don't know Korean language. That is my regret. I was talking with Professor Yil, and I don't want you guys to follow me in this case, okay? Whenever you get opportunity, learn Korean language. To be frank, most of you are like young graduate students, not married, right? How many of you married? Very few people, okay? My experience. Learn Korean before you get married, okay? After marriage, you will not find sufficient time to do those things. This is my experience, okay? You need to know Korean if you want to find a better job in Korea. It's not like, I'm not saying something wrong. If you guys will go out after 3-4 years, you will realize the thing. And this was my mistake, which I want you guys don't do it. Next one, keep close eye on people in your field from now. Because if you are first year or second year student, you need to know people in your field, what they are doing, so that you can approach them quite nicely in future. Because if you don't know anything about your people in your field, it will be very difficult, okay? So keep close eye on people in your field. Next one, yeah, there are many portals these days. There are many networking events like this. Don't feel shy to talk to people. Go and talk to people. These days, many people are very active on LinkedIn. Go there, register there. Twitter, don't follow crazy news. Twitter, follow scientists. There are many people very active on Twitter. There are many journals, they are active on Twitter. Go there, find the people. You will find like perfect matches for you. Or just go on LinkedIn and put like, hey, looking for job. You will get replies, okay? So do that one. Finally, and the most important thing, make your CV strong. If your CV is not strong, believe me, it's going to be a very difficult journey ahead. As a graduate student, focus on your CV. Learn as many things as possible. Learn as many instruments as possible. Let's say you are doing NMR. Learn each and every minute detail about NMR, because you will never know in future, you may find something very interesting. Like there are many big companies. So whatever you are doing, do it as a professional. Make your CV strong, make yourself very strong. And I did follow these things, but what helped me a lot to get this job? This one, good record during PhD at KIST. You need to have solid record during your PhD or master's. Then and only then you will find job. Especially in Korea, if you have like big papers or good tech transfers, you will get that one. Next one, KIRD fellowship. As I told you guys, now the name has changed to Brain Pool. Try to go for such fellowships after your graduation. For this, only you need to find a PI. Talk to PI, present your work, give him a proposal, you will get Brain Pool. And once you get that one, your doors to get a job in Korea are wide open, because this fellowship is for 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years research time is very big to establish yourself. So go for those. Next one, tech transfers. So that's what I am saying. Whatever you are doing, find simplicity in your work. find a selling point, find a real utility. And once you transfer one tech, you will be like motivated to transfer more. And those are the keywords which you guys should follow. And like this is the thing, like Korea is a big land of opportunities, okay? There are like many big companies. There are 32 GIRF institutes. There are many universities. There are very big universities in Korea. Go for those. And I have two more speakers after me. They have like background in companies. So they will talk more about company part, but just stay focused. There are many opportunities here in Korea. There are many funding sources in Korea. You can approach those funding sources with proper proposal. You will get what you want. And finally, this is very important, okay? Very important. I'm going to give you guys one clue or a hint to be a successful researcher, okay? First one, self-discipline. So how many of you go to lab every day on same time? How many? Very few. I know. Don't lie, very few. From tomorrow, or from Monday, just follow one thing. Let's say your lab is strict 9 to 6 or something, go to lab 8:45. If your lab has no time limit, fix your own time. For instance, when I was at KIST, my timing was morning 10 to 12 midnight, every day, except Sunday. I did follow that for 4 years. Start following this one. And you will see results after 2 months itself, okay? Next one, be humble, okay? We feel offended when professor asks us like, okay, why you did not do this experiment? Result should be like this. You feel offended, right? I did the same. But as a faculty, now I know. Please, listen to him very carefully. Always try to find positives from the thoughts of your professor, your PI. Be humble. Be humble with your colleagues. Be humble with society. You will be successful. Next one, have a clear goal. Decide what you want to do tomorrow, okay? Not here like you are sitting here and you will be like after 4 p.m., okay, yeah, let's see what will happen. We don't know, who cares? But no, you need to decide what you want to be. Otherwise, it's very difficult. And finally, keep updates. I don't mean updates on Insta, Facebook, etc., okay? Okay, so I would like to end up this one with one question. How many of you in chemistry? Okay, we have 20. Okay, which is the best journal now in chemistry? Any chemistry? Science, good. Best. Science, Nature Chemistry, Cell Chemistry, JAX, Angewandte Chemie, Chemical Science, ChemCom, JOC, tetrahedron letters, okay? These are just general. Why I am saying this? Success, key of success is here, my friends. What I follow was every day I made a list of 20 journals. You can make 10 to begin with. Every day morning, go to your office. That's why I said go to your office early, 8:45. You will get 15 minutes to read. Check ASAP articles or just accepted articles every day in those 10 journals for next 2 months. And slowly you can increase the number. I am damn sure within 1 semester, every one of you will be independent researcher. Because just going to lab and doing whatever work you have given is not research. You will not be self-dependent on that one. To be self-dependent, you need to have your own ideas. How you will generate ideas? You need to have good habit of reading papers, okay? Don't read news. Don't look at new channels, okay? Focus on this. So, and again I'm saying, I don't know your names, but you know mine. If I will receive like 10 emails after 2 months among us, I'll be like very happy. And if I will get chance next year or some other time, I'll be here asking the same question. So follow this simple rule. Read papers every day. Follow self-discipline, be humble, you will be definitely successful. And that plan I used as a graduate student, and still I'm using the same. I read 30 journals or whatever it is every day, so that you will get idea what people are up to and where you are and what you need to do. So those things will help you a lot to find a better opportunity in Korea. And I wish like best of luck to all of you. And we have question session. You guys can ask questions. And as I mentioned, feel free to write me email anytime. Okay? Yeah, thank you.